Hey, Jody here with weldingtipsandtricks.com. For this video, I'm going to be making a simple business card holder out of some small pieces of aluminum. The topic comes from a conversation that we had on the Welding Tips and Tricks podcast where we were talking about marketing your business, like marketing your side hustle, how to get customers. So the whole idea here is to leave a more memorable impression than just giving your business card alone. We'll talk about settings and things like that, techniques, as we go. Let's do it.
One of the fellows I do the podcast with is named Roy Crumrine, and he is trying to grow his side hustle welding service after moving from Florida to Ohio. This is one that he built, set the bar really high with his business cards, a clear-coated box cutter blade that looks awesome. This is thinking outside the box, really being creative. Here's another example, a stainless steel card holder. You know, the cool thing about this concept is you can tailor the business card holder to the type of material, the type process, the type of work that you're going after. All right, so let's get into the building of one. I first started out with these small pieces of aluminum. Two of the pieces are 2" by 1/4 inch flat bar, and then a piece of 1/8 wall angle, 1" angle. So it's a very simple design here, nothing much to it, but I'm just going to try to put my best foot forward and make it look nice. I'm using this number 8 clear cup. I use them all the time for steel as well as DC. I especially use them for filming, but I've really come to like them as my eyes are getting a little older. It just kind of lights things up for me and helps me see the entire bead better, not just the puddle, but where I'm going. I think you can see some of that in this video here when we get going. So now that I got it tacked up, on a job like this, there's always one joint that's going to take more amperage than the next one, and so this one's going to take less amperage, and this will put some heat into the part, so I'm doing this weld first. Kind of cool that you can see me dabbing rod right through the cup there. That's another advantage of a clear cup. You don't always need that, but man, it really helps sometimes. I'll list the settings on the web page, but essentially I max the machine out at 200 amps, and I'm just using the foot pedal, because I'm going to need most of that on the thicker joint for that outside corner on the 1/4 inch pieces. But this is going along pretty good. I'm okay with that. Now the part's nice and hot, so it'll be really nice and easy to wrap a nice bead on that top weld. So let's take a quick look at the settings here in the machine here. This machine is kind of simplified. It's got knobs and it's got these little blue areas for sweet spots, but I wound up using a lower frequency for that big thick weld. AC balance, the blue spot's on 6. Post flow, I got it set a little higher than what they recommend, not much. And again, I ramped it up to 200, and I'm just using the foot pedal. Probably didn't need all of that, but if I did, I had it there. So I just used the foot pedal and pressed it just enough to sort of wrap those corners with a nice wide bead. I'm just pushing enough filler in there, just using enough heat to take the bead out to the corner, not chew it off. Try to make this one look nice. This is kind of like the money shot here for this business card holder. This is, well, both beads are going to be visible, but this is the main one. That's a big wide bead, and I thought, well, why not also do some build-up work here, because that's really common operation for doing work for machine shops, is building up some mismachined parts, filling in misdrilled holes, you know, repairing areas where a tool crashed or something like that. This is really common stuff, so why not display a little build-up work? Okay, well that's done, or it could be done, but there's also something else a lot of people do is weld up box cutter blades and attach them to business cards, like you saw that in that earlier shot of Roy's business card holder. I'm using a 332 electrode here. That's 2.4 millimeter. This electrode, this size electrode, it's 2% lanthanated, will pretty much handle anything this machine will do. If you go really low on the AC balance, you might have to go up to a 1/8 for the max amperage on AC, but this one will this is pretty much all I use on this machine. Handles anything all the way from razor blades to pretty thick stuff. So here's the settings. I'm going to use some pulse settings here on the razor blade. So I'm not worried about AC settings, strictly DC. Turn the pulsar on, and I'm going to use about 50 pulses a second, and the background amps around 30 to 33, and my post flow stays about the same. So again, nice sharp tip with hardly any scratches. I kind of polished it a little bit so I get a nice crisp start. I got this sped up because this video is not about welding razor blades. And I noticed right away that the coloration just wasn't welded very good, and my argon tank is almost empty. And this will happen sometimes when an argon tank gets really low. You won't get the same quality shielding gas. The flow rate was there, but the quality of the gas just wasn't. And also you can kind of tell that your gas is contaminated if the tip of your electrode is not staying silver. Okay, this one's after swapping tanks, a brand new tank, purged out the lines, and right away you can tell quite a difference there. The best way to do these is with chill blocks. You won't get any discoloration at all, but you know, I'm not really going to put this thing in a place of business. I just want to make a video. So you can see a big difference there from that low tank to the brand new full tank. And once again, the whole premise here is to leave a better impression, to showcase your skills, to show a prospective client that you can weld anything from box cutter blades to thick aluminum and make a better impression than you could with a business card by itself. Well, you've seen me weld with this machine for many videos. I've got lots of hours on it. I've done several paying jobs with it, and now I have added it to my online store. I don't do that lightly. I like to get a lot of time and experience on a machine before I sign off on it. So you can learn more about this one at weldmonger.com. There'll be a link in the description. These number 8 Furic cups have been for sale there on my store for quite a while now. They're a very versatile cup and very reasonably priced for a clear cup. Well, hey, thanks for watching. See you next time.